You're suing the defendant, Ms. McCloskey, for $4,278 for unpaid rent, late fees, and other costs.
Yes.
You say that the defendant caused damage. She fell behind on payments and then at some point just stopped making payments altogether. You also claim that you loaned her some money and had to cover repair costs. So now you're asking to be repaid.
Yes.
Ms. McCloskey, you claim that it was the plaintiff who created an unsafe, very toxic environment to live in. You were only making partial payments just to keep the peace. And in your view, you think that she's responsible for the damage and that you've paid more than enough.
Correct.
All right. Ms. Steinmetz, so you met the defendant because she wanted to rent a place from you?
Yes.
Okay. And that was a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom house?
Just one of the rooms, yes.
But it was a house?
Yeah.
And you were renting out other rooms?
Yes.
Okay. How would you describe the defendant as, before problems arose, how was she as a tenant?
Great. We didn't have any issues.
Okay. Ms. McCloskey, everything was going well in the beginning?
Yes.
When did things take a different direction?
I would say probably around the time of the first dog attack that happened in July.
Okay, before we get to the dog attack, it was you, your mother, and your dog?
Yes.
Who moved
correct.
in? Okay. And your dog is a Labrador named Lucy?
Yes.
Okay. How old is Lucy?
She's 4.
4. Was she allowed to have pets?
Yes.
Because you had one as well?
Yes. She's a German Pit Bull Mastiff.
Okay. So tell me things were going well and then until they weren't going well.
So when I first moved in the first 6 months, Rebecca wasn't like in the house.
Okay.
She didn't come home until January.
Okay.
So up until that point, they were completely fine. And then we started to notice that it seemingly seemed to be that like Sam, her dog, was more protective of her household and Rebecca, and that's what seemed to be the sole cause of the aggressiveness, was when she returned home, that's when we noticed a change in the temperament with Sam.
Would you agree?
No, and I was only gone for 3 months, not 6 months, and she stayed with us for another 1.5 years after that, and if there would have been that big of an issue, I think she would have left.
You didn't find an issue with the dogs?
Not until the end.
Was your dog trained?
She was trained.
Okay.
And then after I put her back through training.
After what?
After the bites.
So there was multiple bites?
Yes.
Tell me about the attack.
The first initial attack happened in July. It was over, we were sitting on the couch. We thought they were playing. They just got really close. It was a body language thing that we could have caught, but they just kind of went at each other. And we thought it was more of like a dominance thing just because they were still new to each other. And so we were like, maybe she's just correcting her. It was very clear that it was not, and it was something that we were struggling to break up in the house. So my mom grabbed Rebecca's dog and I grabbed my dog, and we kind of had to pull them apart, separate them, and they couldn't be together after that.
Okay.
The one that caused me to move out was in May of last year. I had taken my dog to the dog park. I was coming back. We had a routine where I would text Rebecca and make sure that she put her dog up before I bring my dog back in the house, because at that point they could not be together at all. And she had assured me that her dog was put up. I came into the house and Lucy was wandering around, and then all of a sudden I turn around and Rebecca's dog is charging at my dog, and I started screaming because I couldn't get them to break apart. I'm yanking my dog. Sorry.
Your dog was seriously injured.
Yeah.
You had to take her to the vet. And I think we have photos, but I'm going to go ahead and pass this to Judge Juarez.
I'm going to read what you said about this incident, because you paid the vet bill, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. In May 2024, Destiny needed $615 for a veterinary bill. I loaned her the money, and she agreed to pay me back.
When she asked for the money.
Hold on. I just read you the 2 sentences that you told us about what happened. Given what actually happened, don't you think that's a little misleading?
Sure.
Yeah, you don't give the reason for the vet bill, which is that your dog attacked her dog.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and show the pictures. Those are staples, right?
Yeah.
But this isn't the end of the problems, right? So tell me, at that time you were tying your dog up every time her dog came?
During that incident, I put her in the garage.
Okay, so you were confining your dog to the garage.
Or my room. Yeah.
Or your room whenever her dog was on the premises.
We would switch back and forth.